All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Get set, ready? Check 55, Mike.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Michelle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards the pickup there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2nd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tim Williams coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second and 10 at the 8-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
2nd and 10 now from the 27th. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
1st down, Carolina.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On 1st down, Drake. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Newton going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Counter play, Drake, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Newton now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Here we go.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
1st down, Panthers.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
To number 89. A gain of 11 on the play.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Drake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Third and 2, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Coming to you. Check 59, Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Stand low, Bo. Watch the slant. Mike 59.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tim Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down, Michelle. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
I'm coming after you.
They'll set up a throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 12, Newton has some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw here. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On the ground, this is Michelle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Set. 50. Click. Ready, go.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks second and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
On third down, Michelle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
52.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Out of the gun now on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Newton now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. But now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they are able to cut into that lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. He gets away from 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground is Michel. And an alley to run. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready. 30 pace, let's go. You're not ready. Hot.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel. Tim Williams makes the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Read, exit. Single. Watch 13.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
New England on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Newton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Newton. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A big play there for the Panthers. 45 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown of the new season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
We all know.
They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, Michel, and he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. And they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Throwing is Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for New England, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.